All people, all events of your life are there because you have drawn them to you. What you choose to do with them is up to you. That's a quote from Richard Bach. I learned that quote when I was 15 years old, and I've used it many times in my life. In 2008, I met Sharon. She hired me as a project manager for a retail company that she was in the process of selling so that she could retire. Getting to know her at that retail sign company, we talked about many things. What I learned was that Sharon was a survivor. She was a single mother of two. She raised them in Casper, Wyoming, where she worked for the Public Housing Authority and got her start in housing. She was a survivor of domestic violence. She was a survivor of cancer. She was a survivor, but she was a survivor because she was a warrior. She was one of the few women warriors that I learned her entire story over the course of time. In 2014, Sharon called me up and said, hey, Home Inc. is hiring. She was coming back as in more of a role since she had sold the company to her son prior to the sign company. And she was back, and she wanted me to come and work for her. So she had over 30 years of housing authority experience. She started Home Inc. in 1994. So there I was, coming to work for her again, the second time I chose to, 18 years after that had happened. Or 20 years, I'm sorry, I can do math. So 20 years after that had happened. I didn't know a whole lot about housing, but I knew that Sharon has convictions like nobody I've ever met. If she says she's going to do something, she's going to do it. She's going to work tirelessly to do it. She said, Marcie, just come on, I'll teach you what you need to know. There are systems in place, there are processes in place, all you got to do is learn them. And she was right, and she had built those processes. And I was overwhelmed, but I was welcomed in her home community. And the company that her son, Mike, was then running. I've learned so much in the 4 years that I have been there. Through her wealth of knowledge, through her perseverance, through systematic processes where she believes the tried and true are right, she'll change, she'll adapt, and she'll move on, all to end homelessness. Sharon believes in her core that every single person, man, woman, child, mother, daughter, father, son, brother, sister, grandfather, grandmother, everyone deserves a home. Our communities will thrive. Our human race will thrive if we all have a home. She instills that in us, all of her employees, her team, her community partners. When I go out into the community and I meet people and they say, oh, you work for Sharon. To me, that instills a sense of pride that, yeah, Sharon's been there. They've met her. They know that she's a fiery redhead. Sometimes I call her my redheaded tornado because she will come in, she will deconstruct all of your notions that you thought were right, and she'll prove to you what is right. She'll stand for it. It is my honor and my privilege to be her friend. It's my honor and privilege to give her the Lifetime Achievement Award for ending homelessness, because I know that she means what she says. The only thing that Sharon will never ever be able to do, despite being a warrior, I truly believe this, she will never retire.
notes, but they're not clean, so that will be in the bar afterwards. Thank you, Marcie, for the nomination, and thank you, the Arizona Housing Coalition, for the award. It's pretty hard for me to believe that I've been doing this for 35 years. I guess I'm finally gonna have to admit that I am an old lady. You know, it's really easy to lose track of time when you do what you love. And I absolutely love this work. Sorry. I also want to thank all the homies that I've worked with over the years. You guys have made my working life so much richer by being a part of this whole long, crazy journey that we've all been on. But most, I want to thank this room, everybody that sits here. You devote every day to ending homelessness. It is truly an honor and a privilege to get to work with all of you. This is a very vital and important task that we're trying to accomplish here. Housing is the only solution to ending homelessness. And you're doing that every single day. And we've already done it for thousands of our neighbors in this community. We have a lot more work to do. There's a role for everybody in this process, and there's room for everybody at the table. So when you come to work and you've got on your cranky pants, or the client has just told you to F off for the last time, or your car didn't start, or you're not feeling appreciated, never ever lose sight of what we're going to accomplish in this community. I know that collectively and as a community that we will continue to work and build our communities where the promise of home is a reality for everyone. I hope you all have a great conference. Thank you for the award.